Hey everybody, time for the last Florida video. I'm leaving this out of focus so you don't see any details, but we did really well, and you'll be seeing in just a few minutes. So all of the other videos ended up being too long to tag in a bunch of different going through shelf clips, so I figured I might as well just hold them all off until the last video, and we'll go through all the shells, bring them home, get them all cleaned, and then we'll look at them all when they're done. But we got into some awesome stuff, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty, we are back, and it is time to go through all these shells and bag them and pack them safely so that they'll fit in the suitcase, which is pretty much empty. So yeah, should be able to just pack them all just fine. I've done it every time we come down here, and yeah, I've never had any problems. So this one is stuff from the islands the other day, as well as this stuff. This is freshwater shells, which I will be adding to quite a bit at some point, today or tomorrow probably, and then this is stuff from the beach. So yeah, let's get to it. Alrighty, here it all is laid out, and I'd say we did fairly well. I'll get close-ups here in just a minute, but yeah, pretty wide variety of stuff. Alright, so this entire pile is king's crowns. And here, I'll put my hand down to show you just how many there are. Quite a bit. Above that, we've got the pear whelks and channeled whelks, broad-ribbed carditas right here, little pile of lightning whelks, some Venus clams, some Atlantic cockles and prickly cockles, a few mussel shells, a bunch of quahogs, some worm shells up there, some tulips right here. Unfortunately a little beat up, but got a Venus, or not a Venus, an angel wing right here. Razor clam. Some broken pieces of pen shell that will make some beautiful jewelry. Let's see, over here we've got a bunch of bubbles, my micro shells, a couple rose petal tellins, which are very pretty. Tiny pile of jingle shells, lightning whelk egg case, 2 scallops, 1 extremely weathered and beat up, and 1 beautiful calico scallop, 2 rosy wolf snails, 2 moon snails right here, big stone crab claw, little crab body, and this is a piece of mouth plate from a sheep's head. I'll get a close-up on that so you can see it a little better in just a minute. Unfortunately, a very broken horse conch, which would have been awesome when it was complete, but hey, I'll still take them. And then over here, the freshwater pile of Florida shiny spike mussels and apple snails. And then we found this one, unfortunately very beat up on the beach, but while we were doing our island hopping, we found these 2, and they are just absolutely pristine. And then also on the beach we found a massive haul of pen shells. These are all fragments that I can back and use for jewelry. These are all pieces where 1/2 is good, and then those are all perfectly intact, both halves. So yeah, pretty good, I'd say. Oh yeah, forgot to point out this awesome piece of driftwood that I'll definitely be doing something with. Really pretty. Camera's not picking it up, but it has very, very unique grain pattern. Here is that bony mouth plate closer up. Very, very cool. Very unique. Alrighty, so here's everything laid out. I'll get close-ups in just a minute. I cannot believe how many of these we got away with. Super happy about that. Alright, so these are all arc shells. A big pile, may not look like it in the video, but that is a big pile of calico scallops. A big pile of Atlantic cockles. A little pile of jingle shells. These are just broken up shells that we're going to put around the gardens, as well as those ones. Two little pieces of coral. Here, I'm sorry, I'm doing this late at night, so I have to run the camera and my flashlight simultaneously. Found a good pile of slipper shells, which I was pretty happy about. I love slipper shells. I think I already showed this really pretty crab. I was super upset about this. 2 pieces. So 2 broken Scotch bonnets, which I was a little depressed about, but hey, it's more than I've ever found for as far as Scotch bonnets go. Another little piece of coral. This awesome chunk of barnacles, which are going to be really pretty when they're clean. That perfectly intact angel wing. 2 baby ears. And a Dulcinea with both halves. And then these are those nice knobbed whelks that couple gave us, which I'm super grateful for. These are nice shells right here. This one is really nice. Good size. And then over here we've got our broken or individual pen shells, which I'm going to use for inlay. Some of which have some very interesting blister pearls. And all of those are at least mostly intact, but there are some really good ones in there. So now starts the fun part where I have to start bagging everything. But yeah, I'd say the beach provided very well today. Alright, we're in a hurry, so I gotta grab these before we leave, but going around and finding those freshwater mussels, which it looks like the raccoons have found a bunch for me already. One right there. Oh gosh. Wow, that plant like grew around. There we go. Oh, these are nice and thick too. Oh, here's some good ones right here. Rinse those off a bit. There's one buried right here. Another one right here. And it looks like, yeah, that one's pretty small. And then there's more over here. Oh, that's a nice big one.
You get the ones in the sand, I'll get the ones in the dry.
Okay. Yeah, our flight leaves in a couple hours, so I gotta get in my freshwater shelling while I can. I don't know why this spot always seems to produce a lot. And again, the raccoons do all the work for me. So I can just come in and pick up the shells. And these are the ones that turn into some very nice. But there we go. Here's what I wound up with. Pretty much a full bucket of these beautiful freshwater mussels. So now I'm gonna get these packed up, and I'll probably just have to throw this clip into one of the other videos because it's definitely not long enough to make its own video. Figured I'd go get in my fishing before we leave down at the canal, because I definitely won't be able to fish for a while once we get home. Nice little bass. Alright, just wanted to pop in really quick to say that I tried really hard to fit the organizing and cleaning into one video, but I don't feel like making you guys watch a 30-minute video, and not to mention the fact that most probably won't anyway, so I figured it'd be better if I made two 12 to 15-minute videos. So that's going to do it for this one. Make sure to come back next week and we'll go through and clean all the shells, and it is amazing how much some of them just transform. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next week.